My name is Sakala. I'm the I'm the owner and sole proprietor of Chasman Farms. Chasman Farms is a farm that started in 2020. Actually, I acquired this farm in December 2020. It was a 3 hectares, and over time we've managed to expand, and we're sitting on about 10 hectares, 10.4 hectares. So what really inspired me to get into farming is something that I grew up loving, issues to do with the food and the agriculture industry. And I got so much of the inspiration from my mother that has also been a key person to who has been into farming for some time. Yeah, so I went to school, but I didn't do farming. I did business management, but because of the desire that I had for farming, I had to quit my job that I was doing after school, and I ventured into this farming business. And over the journey of farming, it was really challenging in the first 1 or 2 years. I had challenges with the neighboring animals. I had challenges with the management because I wasn't so much acquainted with the production of crops. I also had challenges with theft. Yeah, but all those challenges have been overcome, and at now as we are moving forward on a very good pace. We at least we're able to turn around our profit margins, which have been in the past 2 years, which have been very high. Yeah, so we're expecting that at the moment we're only cultivating out of the 10 hectares, we're only cultivating about 3 hectares. And hopefully in the next 6 months, we'll be able to go up to 7 hectares in production. So our major our major plants that we want to do with is onion, garlic, and potatoes that we want to venture into because we believe these crops they've got a longer shelf life, and they can you can respond to the market at any time. You can have your crops stored, and you can offload them at the right time of the market. So my inspiration really for farming is that most young people are not into farming. You notice that people start farming after they retire, and then they that's then when they are old and they have little energy, that's when they want to get into farming. But I feel we need to change the narrative of farming, and I'm quite happy that there are so many young farmers that are coming out there, and they're doing so many big things in agriculture. And I'm getting some inspiration, and I'm also getting some ideas of what is happening. And also, if we look at the trending markets, and if you understand the global markets, you understand that the food industry is something that is really lacking. It's something that is really so much on demand, but then there's less supply. I want to quote from the Africa National Group Bank president that was saying that by the year 2030, our food industry in Africa will be about $1 billion, $1 trillion. And us as young people, if we think of being millionaires and billionaires, we need to get into the food business. But that doesn't mean that the journey is going to be easy. The journey is going to be very hard, but we need to keep on. We need to work extremely hard in order to achieve all those things. Here at Chasman Farm, we first started with 2 guys that used to work for us, but now our capacity has grown up to 6 people that are working here, and we are proud to say that we're involved in the creation of jobs, because most of our youth, there's so much underemployment, and the government alone it can't manage to employ everybody. So as a small holding, we also try to contribute on how we can assist the neighboring communities. We quite right. We have 6 people that are permanently here, but mostly we also help the older women that are around our community with some piece works. When it comes to planting and when it comes to weeding, these women around the community, they help. Yeah, we also assist with the water issues here because around this place, this is a rural setup. So most of the people are depending on water that is coming from the streams, and some of the water is contaminated. So we've opened doors for our neighboring communities just to fetch water from here, and also we've also opened some doors for them to create their own markets by empowering them with some of the crops that we grow here. They come to order at a very small price. Then they sell in their respective communities. So we are really trying to change the economy of our neighboring place. Yes, so we've also been involved in the land restoration efforts. We've been planting some trees around the house, around the farm, because most of the trees here, most of the big trees, the locals have cut down those trees for charcoal. So meaning that even these are some of the climate change hazards. So we need to mitigate those hazards by trying to help the community plant trees and also teach the community on the reasons of why we should keep some of our trees. Yes. So we are very thankful for the Agricoop News for coming to our farm and for seeing what we're doing here. We hope that our young people that are watching this program will be able to be inspired and get motivated so that they can also join into this journey of farming. And we should always remember that we can always start small and expand as time goes on. Thank you so much. Yeah, so when we first started off as a business, as Chasman Farms, the business had in October of 2020, but the business was running without a farm. I personally was buying some products and produce from other farmers, and I was supplying supermarkets such as Cheers. I used to supply the Cheers at Kamala South and the Cheers at Kabata on a weekly basis. And as business was making sense, we decided now that I can acquire the farm and also try to grow all those crops. Then also got new markets such as Choppies and Melissa. That's why we were first selling our vegetables. And from that time, such markets, they really get products really on small and on small quantities. But then after we said having a lot of yields, we're taking our products to markets such as Soweto and Mtendere market. We thought over time our products, because of the quality that we have here, we had some marketeers that noticed our brand as the Chasman Farms. Then they started to come to the farm so that they can get the produce on their own, so that they mustn't miss out on the market, because you find that our products sometimes have got good quality, our package is good, so there's scramble for our products on the market. That is the reason why others opted to be coming to buy the products on their own here. Yes. So our future plans for this farm is right now we are a mixed vegetable farm. We grow, we've grown, I can say, almost every type of vegetable that is on the market. But now we want to venture into only three of these crops. We want to venture into onion, garlic, and potatoes. I think I had mentioned some of the advantages of these products, So we are starting we have onion, as you can see around. We have onion just as our pilot project. We are trying to learn and see where we can pick it up from. Then we can now do, well, our plan is to do a 3 hectares on this same land starting from next year. So in the next 3 to 5 years, we are seeing ourselves as a commercial farm. Our 10 hectares will be a very small place, so we want to also to see how we can expand our farm and maybe get into the northern region where there's a lot of rainfall, and see how we can help out and how we can help ourselves with growing on a commercial scale. We also see ourselves having at least a workforce of more than 60 or 50 people, because we believe that we need to we need to give employment to the youth that are around, and also we need to empower other people, and also to see how we can we can help others. We also want to get into consultation as we keep on learning. So my advice to my fellow youth, most especially those that are considering getting into farming, and maybe you might not even have the capital, you might not have the resources. My advice is just to take a step and start. You can always start very small. You don't have to start with the borehole. You don't have to start with all the farm setup needed. I'm sure land in rural areas, it's very manageable, and I believe that some chiefs and the other headmen, they give land as long as you want to produce something. So you can always produce something like I would take for instance, you can start with rain-fed maize or soya. Then from there you can pick it up. It might not take 2 years, it might not take 3 years, but the moment you start, everything will just fall into place. And I believe there's nothing to lose in farming, because people always eat, and our population is growing. So you should know that whenever you grow something, someone is going to buy it because they have to eat. So we should be courageous, and we should always seek for knowledge. We will be able to make it into the business of farming. Even those youth that are not considering farming, this is the best time that we should get into farming and business wise, because as a youth you have the energy, you have the power, you have all the time to make sure that you make something work. So I'd encourage all the youth that are there that get into farming, try to learn as much as possible, join some Facebook groups, some farming groups, get some knowledge, get some inspiration. You find there'll always be there will always be a way where you want to make a way, so things will fall into place. For me, when I was starting here, I didn't have much, but now after 4 years into farming, at least we have something. So I'm encouraging everybody, like most say the youth, to really get into farming.